I'm building tension with this loading screen.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Black screen.
Happy 50 year!
Hooray! It is the year of the 50 cent.
You don't need selling twice.
Screw you, Millennium.
I'm getting sick of Woo Kid. Red shirt. Red
You
shirt.
can't even keep them straight anymore.
No, they're all the same.
Well, they seem to be getting sick of you. I don't know.
Oh, well, we've got light banks back. That's how you switch them out. You shoot rockets at them and then they get switched out. Also, Lloyd Banks is useless.
That's a much better menu system than anything involving buttons. You're gonna handgun snipe all the way across this giant gourd?
Yep.
I love it.
I don't know what that sound is.
No way you getting me on that bridge. That motherfucker's toast.
We need to have Woo Kid to tell me about the architecture.
That's what I'm worried about. Let's hope we can get past.
Don't worry, 50's talking about the architecture now.
I should walk through the fire and kick his ass.
But what period is it from?
I don't
Is
know.
this Umayyad or Abbasid?
But it's been here for hundreds of years. There's that sound again. I don't know what that is. It
I
always...
think it's a telephone.
No, the really loud gun noise.
Oh.
Like, every time you cross that point, it always plays very loudly every time.
Probably someone trying to kill you. That's what I'd go with.
I know, but it always plays at the exact same spot, even if you've killed everyone.
He's a trained killer. Oh.
There it is again. I don't know. All right, this is like the end game.
If it's hundreds of years old, maybe it's just like Mamluk.
Might be.
It depends on where they are in the Middle East. They never say.
I know. Poster. I almost get all.
Who is that guy? I don't recognize any of these people, and we're in the end of the game.
That poster I picked up was a drawing of Wilder, who we have not met yet.
Well, that explains.
Yeah.
They're packing heat in windows, huh?
Yeah.
What are they doing in Unix? I bet those are a bunch of nice fellows
Yeah.
with lovely facial hair. That kind of smells funny, but it's not their fault.
Sunglasses.
Oh god, it's a guy with a gun.
And sunglasses. And facial hair.
My god. He didn't even have a shotgun. Why does he have those bandolier full of shells?
I don't know.
Who is he holding those for?
His buddy, who I already killed and murdered, and I'm sure I skinned to use as a nice coat.
Well, then the bandolier was probably a gift to his wife. Like, to remember him by. You know, you only have 36 seconds to kill everyone.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Gonna be cutting it close.
Lloyd Banks will get him.
Lloyd Banks is like Rambo, man. He's just standing out in the open, taking everybody.
So this is the third last video already. This is the end game, and this is where they went, oh wait, this game is supposed to be challenging, and there should actually be some threat of you dying.
You know, I gotta say, there hasn't been a shutter in like forever.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of strange, isn't it?
What do you mean the wrong day to bring guns to work? What else are they gonna bring to work? Their job is shooting people.
Jeans. Bring jeans to work day. Don't wear them, just bring them. We need them. We need lots of jeans. Don't ask.
Yes, Fiddy will never shoot us if we're wearing our Levi's. Yeah, they went from Middle Eastern to Russian to Transylvanian in one sentence. They're multicultural terrorists.
All right. You
Guys everywhere.
You complained about posters, so now I'm trying to find them all.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. I missed one, I think.
Screw you.
And I only got one.
I hope you die in a fire.
Okay, whatever. So, they decided to ramp up the difficulty a little bit. It's not very noticeable in this part, but some later areas it is. Oh, there's a target.
Target. I noticed that the screen went gray like twice already.
I know. They didn't really do it by making the guys stronger. They just throw more dudes at you. But really, that's just more opportunity for points as long as you got Molotov cocktails.
Hell yeah.
They just blow up instantly.
Oh.
That bitch better come through once that gun's gone. I ain't staying out here any longer than we have. Sounds good to me. She got the big guns after all.
Wink, wink. Huh?
It's too bad she looks like a gargoyle. She's always snarling. Why?
Well, Fiddy's always got his look. They're a match made in heaven.
Well, he's not
A hyper-violent version of heaven.
Guys, let me make an entrance for you.
All right. Usually doors open when 50 come knocking. Even if you
They even have the same taste in one-liners. Seriously, where are all the shutters?
I don't know. It's like they figured out how to make levels load better. Oh, there's another target.
We finally defeated the greatest enemy.
All right. Or have we?
Now we just have a smooth falling action like Shakespeare or something.
look like the market
Yes.
closed early.
Time to go to the market. Well, there we are.
Can you really not just drop down
I know.
without... Oh. 10, 9.
that was quick.
There are heavy forces
Find some
on the
fucking
roof
cover. We
above
got
the
it
covered
covered.
market. When Raoul's men come through those gates, they'll be toast.
Can't have Raoul listen to the party. Leave them to us.
Okay, I'll scout ahead.
Nice fucking shooting, 50. All clear, man.
Don't suck up to him.
Hold on, 50.
50, you're my hero. You
50,
always
I'm
have
gonna
been.
name my kids after you.
When will be need 510?
Oh shit! These guys on the rooftop packing some mean firepower.
How can you tell? They're all on
Well,
fire.
you got the fire right. I'm not sure about the power.
Stupid motherfuckers are too scared of water to realize they should be running from me.
Oh, there's a
Actually,
shutter.
that's pretty accurate. I don't know.
Fuck them.
I know who I'd be more scared of.
Watch those gates, 50. Nice of them to open. What the hell? Shit, watch out.
I didn't anticipate this van to be full of men that want to kill me.
No, he's not worried about the van. He's confused about the quadruplets.
My name's Dan. These are my three brothers, Dan.
Like, if they were born in different circumstances, they'd have a show on TLC.
Or I can make a Bob Newhart show reference if I can remember the names of the guys. But oh well.
Nah.
Look at this sign. Fast food. Good food.
Good food.
The finest burgers.
It's the most colorful thing in the whole game.
I know.
That courtyard is the only area I've seen colors.
Good food. Fine food.
This is my favorite level design.
The best burgers. The finest burgers in the Middle East.
Right, somebody should come down in a second.
They all have sunglasses. Every one of them.
Excuse me while I speak calmly to my comrades. Please ignore the noises you hear.
Is Rambo in it? Oh, watch what this guy does.
That's not how cover works.
But he has the higher ground now. That's how fighting works.
He looked like he was just some idiot playing an online shooter for the first time.
I don't know how to
bunny
do this.
hop.
Oh no!
I don't.
How do I take cover?
It's too damn quiet, man. Quiet and fucking dark.
It's not dark at all. It's got decent
More
lighting.
color. I love this game.
Yeah, this level has. It's like the only level that has some color.
You asshole.
He just has
Did
to.
I just hear 50's voice laid over himself 3 times?
Yes.
Here they come.
I like how he had it when he slammed that band to the ground. Like he just had to stop, take a step back, and admire his own work. Watch, he'll do it again. Oh wait, no, that's just punching to death.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd do the same thing, you know?
All right.
It's a good thing I'm literally 90 pounds and can't hurt anyone.
Even I weigh more than you. And I am ridiculously short.
Damn, they're blocking the way.
Lots of shutters, but we don't have to open any.
They've been pacified by the power of Fiddy. They know their place now.
They were the only resistors.
Good use of a grenade, man. God.
God, thanks. Watch this man teleport.
He just killed the Kwisatz-Haderach.
Open sesame.
Oh, fuck! Watch those Molotovs! I wanna bring heat. I got heat.
None of them have Molotovs.
Well, they might if you gave them a chance to use them.
Nice dive, bro.
None of them have 3 seconds to reach into their pockets for their Molotovs. That's it.
Trying to collect 20 grand. Still not enough.
There you go. That's the ticket.
Still not enough money for this challenge, though. I'm really close.
Where do you get the more money from?
I forgot, but there's actually this optional shutter here that has a ton of money in it.
Yo, help me out with
It
this
just
shit.
had to be the shutters.
Just had to be the shutter.
Had to be the shutters.
How you like
But it
me
doesn't
now?
count as a shutter, though, really, because it's not for loading.
How you like this?
It's still for padding out time.
Eh.
I go for the present. Check out all those statues, please. I got you.
I love when you hit the swear button whenever they're lifting the shutter, because it makes me imagine Fiddy as a personal trainer. Like if I went to the gym and paid for the deluxe membership, I'd have 50 Cent standing over me while I press. Come on, bitch! You can do better than that, motherfucker! I would never be more motivated.
Go ahead, pop off, bitch.
No, that's encouraging injury.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure popping off in a weightlifting context is some sort of dislocation, and I don't want that.
But you get stronger through healing.
I'm not a Saiyan. Last I checked.
Ugh. How do you know you can't power up?
Burn, baby, burn!
I don't know. I'm too mellow to scream, so maybe I can, and I've just never tried.
I can power up. I just haven't done it at all this Let's Play. I've been trying real hard to not yell. And I've done it. I've mastered the art of being a normal person a little.
Look at all that shine.
Look at all that shine, Fiddy.
You think these guys would learn? Any side that's not my side is gonna lose. Probably worth more to while.
Well, you are the protagonist. I mean, it's kind of the rules. This isn't some genre-breaking game, Fiddy. You're not that profound. As I was saying, while I got the chance, there's something that's been bothering me in the thread, I'm sure many of you as well. And so let's revisit Massey Denton's American Apartheid in order to get some depth on the situation. This section is called The Language of Segregation. The depth of isolation in the ghetto is also evident in black speech patterns, which have evolved steadily away from standard American English. Because of their intense social isolation, many ghetto residents have come to speak a language that is increasingly remote from that spoken by American whites. Black street speech, or more formally, Black English vernacular, has its roots in the West Indian Creole and Scots-Irish dialects of the 18th century. As linguists have shown, it is by no means a degenerate or illogical version of standard American English. Rather, it constitutes a complex, rich, and expressive language in its own right, with a consistent grammar, pronunciation, and lexicon all its own. It evolved independently from standard American English because blacks were historically separated from whites by caste, class, and region. But among the most powerful influences on black speech has been the residential segregation that blacks have experienced since early in the century. For several decades, the linguist William Laboff and his colleagues have systematically taped, transcribed, and analyzed black and white speech patterns in American cities. In city after city, they've found that whites constitute a single speech community defined by a single set of norms and a single extraordinarily uniform structural base. Linguistic features pass freely across ethnic lines within the white community, but not across racial lines. Blacks have nothing to do with these sound changes in process. Divergent black and white speech patterns provide stark evidence of the structural limits to interracial communication that come with high levels of residential segregation. Whereas white speech has become more regionally specialized over time, linguistic patterns varying increasingly between metropolitan areas. Laboff and his colleagues found precisely the opposite pattern for black English. It has become progressively more uniform across urban areas. Over the past 2 decades, the Black English vernaculars of Boston, Chicago, Detroit, New York, and Philadelphia have become increasingly similar in their grammatical structure and lexicon, reflecting urban blacks' common social and economic isolation within urban America. Although black speech has become more uniform internally, however, as a dialect, it has drifted farther and farther away from the form and structure of standard American English. According to Leboff's measurements, blacks and whites in the United States increasingly speak different tongues with different grammatical rules, different pronunciation, and separate vocabularies. Leboff concluded that this separate linguistic evolution stems from the high degree of segregation imposed on blacks in U.S. urban areas, which confines them to isolated and self-contained Hispanic linguistic communities. In a series of critical tests, he and Wendell Harris demonstrated that the less contact blacks have with whites, the greater their reliance on Black English vernacular and the less their ability to speak standard American English. Blacks who live within the ghetto in particular display speech patterns that are quite remote from the dialects spoken by most white Americans. Because of segregation, the languages spoken by blacks and whites are moving toward mutual unintelligibility. The recognition of Black English vernacular's progressive evolution away from standard American English is in no way implies that it is inferior as a language, nor does the fact that whites may have a difficult time understanding Black English mean that it is flawed as a medium of human communication. The linguistic drift of Black English does, however, symbolize the breakdown of communication between the races and suggests at least 2 additional barriers to black socioeconomic advancement. U.S. schools rely almost exclusively on the standard dialect for instruction and exposition. Thus, when children grow up speaking Black English vernacular rather than standard American English, their educational progress is seriously hampered. When ghetto children enter schools where texts and instructional materials are all written in standard English, and where teachers speak primarily in this dialect, they experience a culture shock akin to that felt by immigrant children from non-English speaking countries. It's a second barrier to socioeconomic achievement.
1 minute left!
The ability to speak, write, and communicate effectively in standard American English is essential for employment in most white-collar jobs. The ability to speak standard English, at least, is also widely demanded by employers for clerical or service positions that bring job holders into frequent contact with the general public, most of whom are white. Employers make frequent use of language as a screening device for blue-collar jobs, even those that involve little or no interaction with the public. They assume that people who speak Black English carry street culture that devalues behaviors and attitudes consistent with being a good worker, such as regularity, punctuality, dependability, and respect for authority. The inability to communicate in standard American English therefore presents serious obstacles to socioeconomic advancement. Black Americans who aspire to socioeconomic success generally must acquire facility in standard English as a precondition of advancement, even if they retain a fluency in black speech. Successful blacks who have grown up in the ghetto literally become bilingual,
9,
learning
8,
to switch back and forth between
7,
black and white dialects depending on the
6,
social context.
5,
This code switching involves not only
4,
a change of words, but a
3,
shift between the contrasting
2,
cultures and identities.
1.
Although some people
See
with
you later!
the ability to make this shift without difficulty,
Oh, wait,
it
no, I
requires
lied.
social and psychological problems for others. For someone raised in a segregated environment of the ghetto, adopting white linguistic conventions can seem like a betrayal of black culture, a phony attempt to deny the reality of one's blackness. As a result, black people who regularly speak standard American English often encounter strong disapproval from other blacks. Many well-educated blacks recall with some bitterness the ridicule and ostracism they suffered as children for the sin of talking white. In conclusion, stop typing like your ghetto, you fat white kids at your computers. God damn it.